Okay, today I'm looking at how we got these rain barrels set up, and I mean, it's not super sophisticated. Basically you have, you take your downspouts off in the spring and put this on, and then I got some pallets here working on another project. So the goes from here into that one, and then they're tiered so that you see one to another to another. So it's just kind of gravity flows one into the other, and then you have this big drain because you want to make sure that the water is still draining away from the house, especially since you don't have a downspout directing it the other way. And inside of here there's a sump pump down in there. Let's see if I can get that up with one hand. Okay, you see this cord, and then look, it's just a basic submersible pump little thing. I think I was getting them for 40 bucks at one time. Inflation, things are higher. And then from there it goes into this the cord comes down in here. It's kind of, you might call it a pump house because the cords are in there in this kind of kitty litter bucket so they can stay out of the storm, and you just switch them on and off. Let's see, you should be able to hear that. That turns on that pump. So we can come over here now. So most of the garden is done with rainwater. Very, very little tap water from the city goes on this. Very little. Maybe in the spring I might have to put some tap water for the seeds. Depends on how early I get them rain barrels up, because I always take them down in winter and I winterize them, put some sort of bleach in there and stuff, and put the downspouts back on. It's real simple, a couple screws, and that's it. So yep. And then I don't know if you can see that blue hose running through there. These blue hose, and we just kind of get out there and that's it. And you have pressure because you have a pump, and it just comes on out of there. And water these tomatoes. So you can see I have a lot of tomatoes with no redness on them. I need my redness. Once they start turning red, they'll all go crazy because they'll release a chemical to one another, and they'll all start turning red. So when the tomato harvest comes, man, it comes. So anyway, that's gonna stand here and do this for several minutes. You can sit and watch or not. I'm gonna choose not. So the summer garden is now thoroughly watered, but not without delays, because our rain barrel was tap dry, so I had to fill it up again. Unfortunately, my barrels don't all have access lids to get inside of, like this one here. As I showed you earlier, we have a sump pump down in there, and if I was able to pull that sump pump out and drop it into this barrel, that'd be great. But as you can see, it's completely sealed off, and so is this one and most of the barrels that I have. These ones that have these snap-on lids with the snap rings, they're a little bit more expensive, and so I'm looking to invest in getting all of them that way, so I could just take that sump pump out, dump it in that barrel, and just start pumping from there, and dump it in there, start pumping in there. But what I have to do in order to get that sump pump to run the garden hose out to the garden, I have to take water from this barrel and put it into that barrel, and I use a portable utility pump to do that. It pumps pretty well. As you can see, it's kind of bossy looking, and so I already did that. I pumped the barrel into there. As you can see, I have the hose come from here to the pump, and the pump down into the barrel. Now I'm gonna hook a long garden hose, take that take this hose out. And take that hose out. It's kind of screwed in. That's kind of cool little thing there. So anyway, I'm gonna unscrew the out port and screw in this garden hose. Let me get this baby out. Okay, and get that off of there. See, I need a camera assistant. Anybody want to come out here and run this camera? That'd be great. Then we can do things like this a little bit more easier. I wouldn't be doing with one hand. But just to show y'all how this is gonna work. Hey, wrong end. Dang. All right, well, you get the picture. It must be on that barrel down there. See, that's where it's at. It's hanging in that barrel. Because I emptied them out the other day. See, those are empty. We're running low on precip in this area, so I'm tapping the barrels today. They're all gonna be empty pretty much, so we need to pray for rain. Pray for rain. Anyway, that hose will go on to the end of that, and it will go all the way to the spring garden, where I still have a few things that I could water, like squash and beans and okra. And I'll fill up that barrel. That way I can continue watering out there. And so that's where I'm at. So a little bit on the rain barrels. So if you get the rain barrels and you want to use these 55-gallon drums, I would suggest you get these ones here that have that ring around that you can pull the top off. That way you can just drop a pump down in there and just pump right out of it with your garden hose. So anyway, I'm going to continue filling barrels and water on this 100-degree Independence Day, and we will be praying for you. Have a safe holiday. Don't blow off any fingers. Watch your eyes, wear safety goggles, things like that, and enjoy your freedom in the name of Jesus.